A few days ago, I made a community post saying that I wanted to answer a few of your guys' questions about my theories, so that's what we're gonna do today. You know what? Let's do it right now. Let me answer some of your questions. First question comes from Bacon Sandwich. A question about your channel and future videos. Do you think you'll ever make more lore videos covering specific characters? Like a complete the fans lore video and explaining everything they went through and the motives and the events, or just stick to smaller theory? I think Squash Gaming did a better job at like covering each specific character and their motives. I might do one with each character and their relationship with Richard, but other than that, I probably won't do like deep dives on individual characters unless you guys really want me to. Just let me know in the comment. We got Windola Abridge. Why doesn't the Martin Brown interview and Pardo Cot level have the red background if it's supposed to symbolize some sort of hallucinating state of mind? That's because the red background only appears in hallucinating state of minds and not during dreams. Nevin Toast says, not a Hotline Miami question. Just love your vibe, keep it up. Do you plan on making videos based on other games? And if so, which ones? Yeah, I can't do Hotline Miami forever. Probably will end up doing videos on other games as well. I don't know if I'll do theory videos. Like, I have to actually enjoy the game to like get invested in a theory. I believe your name is Samil Hand. If it's Camille Hand, I'm sorry. I have two questions I need to talk about. First, the fans' blood money thing. I'm pretty skeptic about this theory. No! And I've got to say, the events of Takeover and the building in Death Wish really need some money. I know Russians are rich, but not that rich. They probably have plenty of money. I know an operation like that would probably cost a bunch of money, but they're loaded. They're probably fine in that regard. Second, Blankenfield being a part of 50 Blessings theory. I know this is like a hard sell for a lot of people, and I understand why. It's almost impossible to like prove without a doubt, but I'm really confident in the theory. I'll have to prove it to you some other time because I do have another theory that I think basically cements the theory a little bit stronger. So keep an eye out for that. One thing you missed is that the intro to Into the Pit, you could see the map of the bank in Blood Money. Maybe asset reusing, or Blood Money was actually committed by the fans. I don't know. I think maybe they put a unique map in that specific level, but I'm 90% sure that they reused the table with the maps on it, so I can't be too sure in that regard. Also, I feel like I made a ton of grammar mistakes. You're fine, bro. I make grammar mistakes all the time. I suck at grammar. Oh, and the 50 Omens theory. I also doubt it. No! I'm redoing the 50 Omens video, by the way, so hopefully I can convince you with that. Lost Sight asked, it's not a solid theory, but maybe you can get answers. Is the man who throws Molotovs that Jacket killed Richter's father? The only reason I asked is that they look similar. They do look similar, but not because they're related. I believe Jacket initially saw that man. He probably had a unique look to him, but since we're looking at the events through his coma dream, I'd imagine this character reminded him of both Richter and Biker, and I believe the eyes might reference either Jones or Technician. I think that's what that is. 2, the cutscenes when you start Hotline Miami 2, again. Oh, you're talking about the new game thing. The table sequence. Why is Richard treating Richter bad and was good to Beard? They both didn't want to be a part of this bloodbath. I don't know. Don't understand why Richter even sees Richard to begin with almost, because it almost seems like he really didn't have any desire for like violence, but we could be wrong. In fact, we might be interpreting that scene wrong. You never know. 3, did the general really receive orders to continue the attacks on the Russians, or was it his wish? I don't know. It's definitely possible, maybe because he laments like the fact that they're gonna lose the war. Maybe he wants to like put like one last ditch effort into winning. But I think Beard actually saw the plans that were sent to the Colonel, so I don't know. That is I don't know for an answer, unfortunately. But you could be right. That'd be interesting if you were. Animal Priestess says, how does Richter actually die? He dies in the nuke, right? Oh, you're talking about Hotline Miami 1. I don't know why we're able to choose. I have no clue. Also, I theorize he didn't die in a nightclub that could have been a drug-induced... You're talking about Sun, okay. Also, I theorize he didn't die in a nightclub that could have been a drug-induced hallucination, considering he was super high at the time. I don't think Sun died in a nightclub. I think he fell off a building. Hello, Editor Yaster here. I just realized something when editing. I think he might have mistaken Henchman for being Richter, which is why he talks about Richter and being high in the same sense. Yeah, that's not Richter, that's the henchman. Warwick Maiza says, your theory that Sun and the fans' abilities are the same so they fight for him has one mistake. Sun has a katana, while Corey doesn't. I know that Corey uses katana in comics, but it's still different in game. I don't think I made a theory like that. I know at some point I said that the Sun's levels are actually done by the fans, as in he has a hallucination where he takes the place of the fans, when in reality he sent the fans to do his work. I think I made something like that. I don't think I tied it to the abilities though. Voldemort Tomlinson. You say that the Sun was running a fake 50 Blessings hotline and have gotten the fans to work for him, which have a few questions. How did he get in contact with them? I'd imagine it started with the technician, because the people in Abyss knew who the technician was and mistaked Evan for him, so I think that's probably how they got in contact. 2. Does the Sun know they killed the henchman? No. 3. In Blood Money, we see a total of 3 people and find one of them dead in the vault. Which of the fans was this, and how do you explain the dead guy if this was really the fans' work? It's possible that he thinks he died during his last mission that he sent him on, since he didn't answer his phone. I can tell you that Blue Lips was probably Ash. 4. If the Suns wanted to go after the Russians, and all of Sun's missions were the fans, how did he convince them to go after his rivals? Not all of 50 Blessings missions are targeting Russians. Sometimes there are other operatives. I'm sure since they believe they were working for 50 Blessings, that I guess they believe that the Colombians were now a threat to the United States or something, which is why they didn't question the fact that they were targeting Colombians all of a sudden. And that was answering your guys' questions. If you have a question still and you'd like me to respond to it, just leave it in my comment sections. I'm going to do another video like this where I just review my comment sections and, looking for questions. So if you have questions, keep an eye out for that video. I appreciate you guys for submitting your questions, and subscribe, like, all that cool stuff. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you later.